Do what you want. Maybe, I mean, look at the way Trump did it. He didn't care.
I'm not trying to be Trump, though.
Yeah, but it's not being Trump. It's being the same, like,
but that's a person I exactly
character.
don't want to be. But maybe I should want to be myself.
Yeah, be yourself. Be yourself. That's all you could do.
What if yourself is not pleasing you? What if you want to be someone different?
If it's not pleasing you, then it's not yourself.
No, I don't agree with that.
What?
I do not agree with that.
What?
You don't think people can be themselves and be unhappy with who they are?
They're holding
Isn't that
back.
the whole point of changing yourself and improving yourself?
You got to know who you are as a person. What do you want out of your life? That's who you are. And then if you're not happy with that, then it's not truly who you want. Because, like, the whole goal is, like, animals do what they want. What's the difference? We're smarter than animals. Like, so we should be able to live our life the happy way and, like, comfortable way in our heads. Because it's no fun going through life uncomfortable, you know? So you sit there, who am I? Where am I right now? You could subconsciously be doing stuff that you don't like. And that's like kind of like depression comes in. It's like, nowhere, like my life's not going the way I want it to go.
Yeah.
And you're just doing your everyday stuff and you can't get out of it. You're like, man, I want to do this, but I'm not gonna because my feelings are weighted on me.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get out of that. Real hard.
How have you gotten out of that before?
I got some serious wake up calls. Like, all right, your life is not going the way you want it to go. You're not happy, and all you have to blame is yourself. And I'm not saying that's everybody's way to get out of it, but
should that be the way that everyone looks at it though? Even though it's not your fault, should you look at it as your fault? Just so you have maximum control.
Yeah, you could say, all right, well, I don't know. Everybody's different, but for me at least, I was like, all right, like I said, everything I'm doing isn't what I want to be doing. Regardless of what has happened to me, it's made me upset, whatever, and I'm just in this point now. The only thing to do is move forward and consciously make the change in my life. You know? I don't know if, some people have gone through some crazy stuff that is hard to get out of, you know, mentally.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm not going to sit here and say it's that easy. It's not that easy.
But what other option do you have, though? Like, if you are one of those people who's been through some fucked up shit and it's really weighing on you, and, oh my God, I don't even want to talk about the ridiculous things that happen to especially young people. Sexual assault, not having parents.
Can you imagine?
At a young age.
I can't imagine that.
I couldn't imagine it either. But what else can you do if you are in that position and say, listen, I'm going to put it all on me. And I'm going to fight through this shit. And until I'm perfect and I see things don't change, then I could never say I couldn't change it. You know what I mean?
Definitely a good support group, good friends.
Yeah.
You know, hang around with the right people with the right mindset that are trying to get you into a good place. As long as you're willing to put yourself in a good place.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's hard, man. I can imagine how hard it is. Like, what I've gone through, I can't even imagine what other people, like, I got nothing to complain about.
You know what the other thing is? So I think we're very young. And I think we are just starting to deal with stress and pressure and life and understanding what it is and the ways life can get a little bit shitty. And it's literally our first time going through rough patches. So I feel like when you're 30, when you're 40, the rough patch is not that rough anymore.
Right.
But it's equally as rough as when you were 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. This is the least stress I've ever had. Like these past 2 years, least stress I've ever had in my life. Yeah. I would be like 19. I'm like, all in my head,
That's interesting.
Stressed. And now, but I've just rolled with it. And then I figured it out. It's like, to dwell on that stress and to let that stress consume me is a bad move. It's not helping me. You can't think two things at once. So if I'm trying to better myself, but I'm too busy thinking about why I'm stressed, I can't focus on get myself out of that stress.
That makes so much sense. I remember me and you and Malcolm was hanging out. I think we were talking about that. He's like, yo, Valley, like, you're a different person.
Yeah.
Like, you used to be negative Nancy, and now you are literally one of the more positive people to be around.
It's not fun being negative.
No.
It's not fun. It feels uncomfortable.
You know what's interesting about that? So I was watching this Joe Rogan episode, and they were talking about taking DMT.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, for me, I always call weed a psychedelic, personally, because, like, even, like, a few days ago when I was telling you I was having this trip, and certain things came to me like, yo, life is filled with resistance, but you have to muddle through the resistance in order to reach where you're going to go.
Mm-hmm.
There's always going to be resistance, right?
Right.
And these little, like realizations always lead me to be like, fuck, it's just weed. Like, I really do feel like I need, like, to take DMT, mushrooms, or something like that, and really realize things that are right in front of my face, but I'm not grasping right now.
Right.
Because it's so hard to not feel that way, because when I do smoke weed, I get that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
But it's only weed. It's not as potent as those other things.
Right.
Right? And I say all of that to say this. Joe Rogan was talking about a one time when he took DMT and he was in this tunnel. And he literally was just having negative thoughts. And the tunnels was just dark. And there were like scary faces popping out of it. And there was just like all these negative things going on around him. And he made a conscious decision to think positively. And the tunnel just turned to flowers, sunshine, on the beach, chilling.
Right.
And he was explaining how, like, this is the power of your mind.
Yeah.
And I was literally thinking, like, yo, if I was able to see that, whenever I got angry at someone or I was thinking negatively, I would have a different relationship with that.
Right.
Because I would understand that somehow, some way, in some alternate universe, these negative thoughts, these angry feelings are literally manifesting negative things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, to what you said.
Energy,
like,
bro. Energy's crazy.
Crazy as fuck.
Energy in everything. Everything needs energy. Me to look up takes energy.
Yeah.
You know? The food you eat, energy.
Getting erect is a lot of energy. Depending on what you do with that erection, more
Facts.
energy than not. Which one burns more energy, masturbating or getting some WAP?
Ever told on a nigga? No. Ever squeezed a trigger? Yeah. Ever set a nigga up? No. Ever helped a brother out when he was down on his luck?